Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. You could have been just about any place else in this world, but you chose to be here. The good news is it's not too late to run. Get out. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. I need to close some screens, y'all. I have been busy as a cat covering up poop. And I got so many things open right now, which is going to probably slow down the computer. So give me just a minute to close a few things. Okay, don't need that. You can go. All right. Oh, that's not so bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Okay. That. Let me get over here. Why do I have that open? Okay, I'll keep that. Don't need that. Probably don't need that either. Okay, be gone you. That can go. That can go. Yeah, you know what? Not so bad. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was. All right, so let me bring my slides up and we're good to go. Okay. Let me see who was here first. Pinky H. Thank you so much for being here first. Carol Lund, Ingrid Sowers, Mary H. Are you all related? Pinky H and Mary H? Gwendolyn Daniels, Dansby is here. Virginia Carvalho, Lola Love, Joyce Anderson, Lydia Washington. Did I say Ingrid Sowers? Shirley Holland. Okay, and a host of friends and others. Okay, let's get on with it then. Hey, B. Thomas. All right. Take that away and put that up. I could not decide on a thumbnail. It was just so much, but I thought this was pretty cool. You all, what could I say? I got 1,001 images to share with you. Also, let me see if I can find this. I just saw Meghan dancing somewhere. And I mean to tell you, she was getting on a good foot. Let me see if I can salvage that some kind of way. Oh, yeah, I can share this. I just don't know if I could share the music. Yeah, I'm not sure I can share the music, but we won't do the music. We'll just, okay, it's buffering like crazy. Try that again. Tell you what, I'll just remind me in about, I don't know, 30 minutes to try to bring it up again because it's buffering like crazy. And so I won't be able to share it like that, but it looks like a lot of fun. So just remind me if you don't mind in about 30 minutes to bring up that picture. I'll try to do it again. All right. Hello, Brenda Gray, TCC Sun. All right. So welcome, Meghan, the shadiest rag of them all. No, you know what? It's a toss up. The son or the male, the shadiest people. I don't know how to tell you guys this. And listen, don't panic because I say this. It's not a bad thing. Obviously, the Daily Mail has someone there. The fun part is I heard that just like with the Nigeria trip, they tried to get into some spaces where they were not welcome. And well, let me just put it to you like this. I'm glad that they decided to retreat before they got a big knot on their head. You know what I'm talking about? Before somebody turned them into a pumpkin head. Colombia ain't playing around. They are not playing around. Um, when the Sussexes are traveling, they seem to ensure that they are getting the best protection possible. And that includes somebody showing up with a camera. They're not impressed by that. Either you're supposed to be here or you're not. And if you're not supposed to be here, get to stepping. Okay? Get to stepping. That has been the policy. So, but yeah, I didn't doubt that they were going to do their best to try to get there. And they did. Now, that I don't recognize the name of the photographer. I doubt if there's a reporter there. No one has seen any reporters, which wouldn't matter because nobody's going to talk to them. So they could be there or not be there. It won't affect anything. So worry not. Um, but anyway, just so you know, Harry and Meghan are being very well looked after. So continue to pray for their safe travel. But at the same time, do not worry. They are in very safe hands. TMCD, thank you for being here. So, this is how it started. Surely you've seen this. So, listen, I had an appointment today. It was not yesterday. I didn't tell you guys that, but I made a mistake. I was going to go yesterday. Wasn't yesterday, it was today. Um, and so while I was at my appointment, I was like in a frenzy on my phone, and anybody near me could hear me go, that's all you could hear because I was excited by the pictures. And fortunately, they were coming out very slow. So the bulk of them really came out after I got home, and I'm happy for that. So remember, if you are on the East Coast, Colombia is an hour ahead. If you're in the Central Zone, Colombia is 2 hours ahead. Okay, so and you can continue to go west from there. Susie Q, 28 months. Hey, Baron and Squatties, I couldn't miss this podcast for nothing, even if I have to sleep at work tomorrow. Well, as you can see, I'm here about, well, not even 30 minutes early at this point, 20 minutes earlier, but I did my best. Legs, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me see. Let me see. Daily Mail post. What is that? Positive conversation after what is that? Daily Mail negative equals negative. Is that conversation? What is CO? You know, you know I'm so bad at that. So at location equals Daily Mail positive coverage. After location, Daily Mail negative coverage. I got it. I got it. I got it. I am so proud of myself. Thank you so much, Lex. I got it. I got it. But yeah, I think we're on the same page with that because let me see. I think I said they were going to be very positive in the beginning, while at the same time they're going to try to sneak something in there. But listen, Daily Mail has had about maybe 10 articles today since about, let me say, maybe noon. They've had about 10 articles, 10 of them. And of course, it's never complete without the body language expert who said that Harry was, well, let me see, what did they say Harry was? It wasn't bad, though. It really wasn't bad. Believe it or not, it was not awful. Um, Let me see, where is it at here? The body language expert said something about protocol. Oh, yeah. Prince Harry looks keen to avoid pulling royal rank and allows Meghan to soak up all the attention as the couple meets Colombian vice president, says body language expert. I didn't even read the article. I don't know who the expert is. It doesn't even matter because they're not there for truth. They're just there for clicks. But interesting headline. But yeah, so they said that he, and you know what? That is the truth. Harry wants Meghan to shine, and he will, do the gentlemanly thing to do, which is what every United States president has done, except for Rump. Rump always puts Rump first, but I can't think of an American president who did not yield to their wife's needs first. I cannot think of one. Um, yeah, not a one. Maybe, yeah, not a one. Anyway, so there you go. Greeting the vice president, Francia, Francia, Francia. Greeting Francia, my good girlfriend. Anyway, Marquez, right? Francia, I think it's Marquez. Okay. Um, and then, of course, the introduction. This is my husband, Prince Harry. And then Harry gives a very warm, polite greeting. And there you have it. So they had a question and answer, but Meghan didn't answer any questions. Harry didn't answer any questions. I don't honestly know what most of but it went on for about 20 minutes, I believe. And they, one of the questions they asked her was, how did this come about, pretty much? And she said that she had invited Meghan before and that they couldn't come. And also, um, she said that in the meantime, she had watched Harry and Meghan's docu-series on the Netflix, and she was very moved by it. And she thought that it would be great to invite Meghan so that she can inspire other women who may have gone through similar situations, right? Other girls who have gone through similar situations. It was all very sweet. And when she was giving her speech, I don't know if it was just me, but it seemed like her eyes were a little, watery. It seemed it was like a very emotional moment for her. I have been digging and digging and digging. I got some amazing photos to share. I think at least 70. At least 70. And of course, this was the group shot with her partner, who, by the way, I I heard some of the girls on Spaces, and they're just like, "That's her husband," and he is nice looking. He's very handsome. so so yeah, there was quite a few fans that he has gained. And I tell you, before today, what was it, yesterday or maybe the day before, when I was trying to put things together, I fought and fought and fought trying to find a photo of him smiling. I couldn't find one. Couldn't find one to save my life. I'm just like, does this guy ever smile? Stick around. I got a couple of them. But yeah, it's something about the Sussexes that seems to bring the charm right out of him. And anyway, he wasn't so stoic anymore, which is a good thing because he's a very handsome guy and he really should smile more. So, but we'll get to that. Okay. And okay, so after a private lunch, a private tea, look who's smiling. Look who's smiling. I mean, look at him. He looks like a little kid with that big smile on his face. I have no idea how old he is, but look at him smiling like he's just got a brand new Swin bicycle. He's smiling like somebody just pointed to a red wagon and said, "Kid, that's yours." Yeah, it took some time, like all of 5 minutes, but he's probably smiling now. But no, the the vice president, she did an amazing job today, and she should be very proud of herself. And of course, there is Meghan meeting some of the students at this school. Oh my goodness, look at the way the kids are looking at her. I mean, is that the superstar or what? Also, I think Meghan changed outfits, what, 3 or 4 times today? I think she did four, maybe four changes. Three, three changes for sure. Which was really cool. And I do, okay, maybe a couple of them I don't have the names, but I have some very clear images of the outfit, so you won't be disappointed. So that is the Cultura Popular, yeah, the Central Education District, um, what is it? Central, well, I mean, culture popular school, the Cultura Popular. And anyway, the kids were excited to say the least. Okay, let me continue. Now, there's the outfit for outfit number one. That is Veronica Beard. And the purse is Laurel Piano Loom. It's a grain leather top handle bag. But yes, that is the bag that Meghan carried and did not carry it for long. I think what you see of her walking through that um, tunnel, that was about the extent of it. Um, but after that, she was hands free and looking very chic and elegant. So, yes, that's the outfit. If you're interested, take a look there. So, it of course has the uh, Laurel piano bag, the Milano Blahnik stilettos. She has the what is it? Lorraine Schwartz. Is that the bag or no? No, not the bag. Bracelet. Oh yeah, that's the evil eye bracelet. That's the you wear that and it's supposed to keep bad people away from you. And what is it? Pippa Pippa small jewelry, and of course the Cartier bracelet and the Princess Diana Cartier tank watch. Got to have the tank watch. So that is the outfit that she was causing drama when she got there. She was causing it. She ate, and all the rest of those colorful colloquiums that people use to describe a great outfit. Next. And if you watch actually, I loaded a couple of videos earlier today, if you watched one of those videos, then you know that this kid, whose name is in the video, and the guy with the very large necktie, he's the I don't know if they called him the principal or the headmaster. Anyway, he is the one, along with the kid, that was there to show the Sussexes around. Now I want you to look just past the vice president. Take a look back there. Is that a man in uniform? Is that someone from the military who came out to greet the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? You guys, this is the hottest ticket in town. It is the hottest ticket in town. Uh, Duke and Duchess of Sussex is here. As a matter of fact, in the vice president's speech, if I heard correct, they said that she referred to this as the biggest visit that they've had in a very, very long time. A very big visit, which is interesting when you consider. Wait, wait for it. Wait for it. When you consider the last royal that was there, and the fact that the vice president, who was vice president at the time, um, oh man, let me stop laughing because I'm messing myself up while I'm trying to set this moment up for you. So let me straighten up and fly right. Well, you could go ahead and throw the name out there if you know who the last important person well, at least they thought they were important. They thought they were important. Aha, this is the face I was looking for right here. This one. Okay, this was the last royal that was there. And so it probably comes as a bit of a disappointment. And she was there in 2023, but it probably comes as a bit of a disappointment to realize that they didn't think her visit that important. Well, when you have to hire a photographer to follow you around, otherwise nobody in their right mind would know that you're there, then of course your visit was not so important. As a matter of fact, it was boring, lackluster, and pretty forgettable. Pretty forgettable. Yeah. And oh, anyway, next. I love these photos. They had a recess. Do you hear me? Harry and Meghan went on recess with the kids at school. They literally went on a recess. And let me see. I actually have the let me find it. I have it right here. They described it. Um, nope. Ha. Well, let me see. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, anyway, Harry and Meghan went on a recess with the kids at the Central Popular School. That will be a recess they won't forget anytime soon. How did they describe it, though? Let me see here. Uh huh. Yes, there it is. Okay, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry head back to school in Colombia for a social media discussion and recess. That's how they described it. It was a social media discussion and recess. And actually, I'm going to make a video about that one. And gosh, I hope you guys had a chance to see the other videos I made. Um, of course, they were definitely taken from quite a few of the uh, magazine articles that followed them. Okay, it said it was a recess to remember for students at the Colegio Cultural Popular in Colombia as they were joined by Meghan Markle and Prince Harry on the first day of their visit to the nation. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, along with the Colombian Vice President Francia Marquez, visited a local charter school in Bogota during the first day of their visit to the South American country today, or August the 15th. They were greeted by students named Jose David, you hear me? Jose David, and the headmaster, Leonel Umana Para, before heading inside to take part in in an insight session discussion about the social media. Let me see. During the visit, students shared personal stories about how social media impacts them both privately, uh, and no, both positively and negatively, discussing their favorite and least favorite parts of the digital world. Meghan praised the group as impressive, smart, and savvy, while promoting the importance of them being self reliant and not tech reliant. Prince Harry asked the students how they talked about managing social media and digital literacy at home with their families. So let's get to a couple of more of these pics. Huh? You know what? Listen, I kept coming back to this photo because I didn't think Meghan was in it. I I didn't think Harry was in it. It took a minute for me to figure out that that was Meghan back there. It literally took me a minute. I mean, let's think about it. Everybody's wearing navy blue, right? It took a while before I realized that that was Megan back there. I'm like, she's blending in with those kids. I mean, I see the teacher there, but I'm like, where's Megan? She's right back there. And look, look at our Harry. Look at our Harry. Harry is just one of the kids. Harry is fitting in just like one of the kids. I'm telling you, what a day to remember. Okay. And I love this. I love it. Their smiles are bright as the sunshine. That is my other favorite. Love that. Okay. And there's our Duchess right there. Not to miss out on our Duchess. Look at how smooth her skin is. Look how smooth her skin is looking. With all of those students, her skin is just as smooth. I don't know what the secret is. I don't know what the secret is. And then, of course, Harry, who can be very technical when he wants to, you can see from the gestures with his hand, he is saying something brilliant. and he has a captive audience. And there's Meghan on the right. Looks like she's with the school teachers there, or profesios, however you say it in Spanish. And like I said, well, actually, the article said it will be a recess to remember. I love this day for them. After the insight session, Prince Harry and Meghan stepped outside for recess, where they met excited students and teachers and posed for some photos, which is what we're looking at right now. They wore their outfits from earlier in the day. Meghan wearing her hair in a slick back updo, sported a sleeveless Veronica Beard suit in navy and black Milano blonic heels. Prince Harry coordinated with his wife in a suit paired with a blue Brioni dress shirt. Let me see. The Duke and Duchess have highlighted the efforts of harmful online content through their nonprofit organization, Archwell Foundation. They recently appeared on CBS Sunday Morning to discuss a new initiative. Uh, the topic of the main focus for their visit to Colombia, which comes ahead of the, and listen, I got it ready this time. There it is. It comes ahead of the um, World Ministerial Conference on the Elimination of Violence Against Children, taking place in the nation this November. So, that conference will take place in Colombia this November. See, still had that from yesterday. I was about to remove that, but I'm going to need it. Oh, the dance. Gosh, it's been 30 minutes already. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for the super chat. It keeps the lights on. Okay, let me see if I can grab it this time. It's super short. Okay. So, I thank you for the reminder. I am going to move it over so I can share it with you all. Crimp out the unneeded. It's super short. Uh, okay, this should work out. Yes, it's a good thing I did come back to it, because see, before it was buffering and it wasn't going to work. Ha! Now it's up there. Talking myself through this, pardon me. I do that. Okay. Distribuida por el Ministerio de las Culturas. Okay, I'm going to turn that sound down. But all we got is a little flash dance. I mean, it's very, huh? Huh? Somebody's doing the stanky leg. Huh? Now, there's nothing of Harry, but this was all I could find. So I will definitely see if I can't. I'll see if I can find some more footage later after the show. but I will definitely look for it. For our Duchess, yeah, all right. uh, okay. Thank you very much again, Lydia Washington, for the super chat. Gosh, that 30 minutes went by fast. Okay, so we were on recess. And then, of course, I don't know who was waving, but wait, look at gosh, I got to find out what this guy's name is. The vice president's husband. I don't want to be disrespectful, but look at how he's smiling. He's like a little kid up there. I went through the internet looking for an image of him that I could share with you all yesterday, and I couldn't find anything with this guy smiling. I'm like, there's got to be a smile somewhere. His name is Raphael Yemi Panillo. Yeah, or is it Yerny? Is that a M or R N? It's R N. So it's Raphael Yerny Panillo. That is the vice president's husband. And like I said, good luck trying to find some image of him smiling. I haven't been able to find anything until this People magazine article or earlier today. So there you go. He is capable of showing us a smile here and there. Little smile and a wave. He could be the Prince of Wales with that little smile and wave. Okay. Oh, and by the way, someone sent me a PayPal earlier. I forget the name, but thank you so much for that. Let me see here. And of course, again, they were swarmed for recess. Now, you also notice that they're wearing their lanyards, which mean that those are staff people. And you'll notice this gentleman in the foreground, he has that little earpiece in his ear. As I said, security was not messing around. They have been sticking very, very close. Plus, the Sussexes brought their guy with them. And here on the left side, you can see, as they said earlier, that there was going to be some dancing, right? Prince Harry and Meghan will stay in Bogota on the 16th, meeting students highlighting the emotional well-being and education, attending luncheon hosted by Marquez and meeting some of Colombia's Invictus. Ooh, that's tomorrow. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me see. In the pictures, it says here, this was the first day of the visit of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to Colombia. This is the first visit of the Duke and of the Dukes to Latin American country. So I love that. Yesterday we realized that instead of saying the Duke and Duchess, they just call them the Dukes. I love that. I love that. The Dukes. I have never heard that before this trip. So love it, love it, love it. So this was the entertainment. I thought it was like something like a Lion King, but it's more like a sample of the Carnival. See there? Yeah. I mean, and only at Carnival or Carnival would you see a figure like hocking up a leopard, a chiapas, right? Isn't that how you say it in Spanish, the leopard? A chiapas. The puma is a chiapas. Only at that occasion would you see that. Harry seemed to be having the time of his life. I don't know which would be cuter, to see him interacting with these figures in costumes or Archie. I'm going to put my money. It would have been more fun to see Archie. But either way, I'm just glad Harry is enjoying himself because one of the things that people point out often is that Harry doesn't seem like he's enjoying himself. We know why, because he's very security conscious. But if he can let loose and let go like that, um, then you know that it's a good time. Beaming Harry and Meghan enjoy a show by Colombian folk dancers after meeting school children in Bogota at the start of the Duke and Duchess, the Dukes at the Dukes 4-day visit. I like the Dukes. The Dukes enjoyed their 4-day visit. So, yeah, Harry seemed to be having a funky good time, right? Ain't that what James Brown say? We're gonna have a funky good time. We're gonna have a funky good time. Don't try that if you're not African American or Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger could probably do that too. Okay. Um Continue. Got a few more from the little dance off. There you go. I thought for sure. I'm like, if Harry sticks his head in the mouth of that leopard, I'm through. I thought for sure that he was going to stick his head inside of the leopard, but fortunately, he was just getting a good look at the guy inside. Oh, thank you, Miss Z. Thank you very much. All right. And then, of course, they took some photos. Now, I think I have this a little bit out of order because they were actually seated when before they took these photos. So I think I have it just a little bit out of order. But look at the big smile on Harry's face. Look at his face. Harry um, usually politely smiles, as most people would, but I don't think I've seen him this excited any place but at the Invictus Games. I only see that kind of Harry at the Invictus Games. So yeah, I'm loving this for him. Maybe he really needed this break, but there you go. So there is the first lady and husband, and I'm sorry, the vice president and her husband, and there, of course, are the Sussexes there on the left side. So love those colors. And this is how it really started. They were seated. So, like I said, I think my photos are out of order. Don't know how I did that, but they're out of order. And of course, after the photos, they left. Is it a mosquito in here? I mean, to tell you, something is tearing me up. Something is tearing this big Aretha Franklin arm up. You hear me? Something is tearing this big Aretha Franklin arm up. It must be a mosquito in here. All right. And take a look there. So, as I said, things are a little reversed. This is how it started. If I'm correct, the Sussexes entered this hall where these children were waiting. And the I guess, I mean, I'm sure I don't, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure these kids knew the Sussexes were coming, right? They had to know. And look at the way they're looking at Meghan like she just stepped out of a spaceship. How cute is that? They're not really sure how to react. How cute is that? And there you go. And the little girls are like, it's a prince. It's a princess. It's a prince. It's a princess. So then they sat down and they watched the show. So, like I said, had that a little bit backwards. And back and forth, Harry and Meghan were, I don't know what they were saying to each other, but this is the part where some people were like, you know what? Get a room. Get a room. Huh? Get a room. We know you're on vacation, but it's going to have to wait. Get a room. No, I'm just kidding. They are being very attentive to one another and enjoying the show. Look at Harry's eyes. He is so relaxed. He is so relaxed. Very rare to see him this relaxed when he's traveling. So, what I think is going on here is that the vice president is probably speaking Spanish to Meghan, and this lady uh, is speaking English to Harry, obviously, because I don't think he um, understands or speaks Spanish at all. And I actually saw at one of the sit downs, he actually had one of those earpieces in his ear. So this lady, I believe, is translating and explaining everything that's going on with the folk dancing. So that is my guess of what's going on. Look at there. I love this photo. You know what? When you believe in your heart in making something happen, when you want to make something happen, you just make it happen. And the vice president, who is a dynamic woman, very dynamic woman, she wanted Meghan there, and even if she had to wait, it was going to happen. Connie Balmer! Hey, Connie Balmer. YM Droid says, just think, 18 months membership. Just think, if Harry and Meghan had gone to the Caribbean, the Commonwealth would probably be adding countries instead of losing them at a record rate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because Will and Kate, they ordered a royal, hoping that things would have been smoothed over by then with the royal family. But since it wasn't, they sent what they thought was their secret weapon, right? The royal family of nothing, they always have secret weapons. And so their secret weapons, Will and Kate went down there. Oh, they were weaponized, all right. They were weaponized, all right. But whose side they're on is not clear. Now, what was supposed to be this all expense paid vacation to the Caribbean, a trip full of goodwill and talks of family and please don't talk about Windrush, right? They don't want to talk about that. Matter of fact, they suspended all of those flights until after the Caribbean tour was over. You know what? That's what jinxed it. They shouldn't have done that stuff they did to the Windrush people. Anyway, for those of you who may be new to the Sussex squad, Will and Kate were supposed to go to the Caribbean and they were supposed to show Harry and Meghan how it's done, right? They were going to show what real royals do. But instead, Ain't those pants too tight? Ain't those pants a little bit too tight? I'm just saying. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, we got that. I love this photo right here. I don't know why. I just love it. It reminds me of that photo of Harry and Meghan at the Dusseldorf games. Remember that? That's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of Dusseldorf when they took that very big photo with all the military people. How embarrassing to the royal family. Oh, well, um, if you don't recall, let me see if I can find that really fast. Can I find that one? Only if I can find it very quick. How embarrassing. Will and Kate. Was that? No, that it wasn't the seaweed. It was okay. They called it the power play. That's what they called it. They called it the power play. There you go. See there? Now you can't really see it, but there's also some children, the family of the military people, their wives and husbands and such. But it's a much wider image, which I don't really have time to show you right now because I couldn't find the bigger one. But maybe I'll try to do it later. But that's what it reminds me of, huh? Huh? But the thing is, there is genuine warmth in this image. You understand what I'm saying? There is a genuine warmth that is not what is it, pretensive, or, well, you know what I mean. It's not fake, it's not forced, it's just a genuine warmth, and you just don't get that with those other people. So until a I don't know, until the future, and I do mean the far flung future, they're just not going to experience these kind of moments in that family. It's not possible because they're so mean and surly and dishonest and cruel and dare I say unattractive in some cases. But yeah, they won't have this. So it'll be a long time coming. Okay. And that was that October or September? I think it was September 2023. I think it was September. Yes. Yes, September 2023. That seems like it was a world ago. You know what I'm saying? That seemed like that was so long ago, but it really wasn't. Okay. The other little debate they were having on the Twitter. I found it. I found it. I found what I was looking for. I found what I was looking for. I found what I was looking for. Let me see if I can make this happen. Let me see. NATO family. Poor Willie. He can't help it. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you the big, wider image of that. Okay, incoming. Let me take that away. Ha! There you go. There you go. And this is only about half of the people. It spreads all the way out. NATO Day. They just happened to have NATO Day during the Invictus Games. Well, because of Invictus Game. So there you go. Well played, Harry. Well played. All right. Let's continue because I got so much more to cover. Hello, Ivy here. Hey, Ivy. If you didn't get a good look at the dress, that is the Joanna Ortiz dress. If you didn't get a good look at it, Joanna Ortiz, that is the dress that Meghan wore to Polo in Nigeria. And it's also the designer that she wore when they had the Ms. Award in New York, the gold dress. Joanna Ortiz, whose parents are from Colombia, but I believe she was actually born in these United States. And Meghan loves her Joanna Ortiz fashion. Marcy Foreman, thank you so much for 16 months membership. And by the way, you guys, if you would like to have a Royal Sussex membership, it's at a low, low price of just $4.99. There are some people who have memberships that go back 35 months. Can you believe that? 35 months. So thank you, Marcy Foreman, for helping to support this channel. Okay. And of course, look at how girly and delicate and how feminine Meghan looks with Harry's big giant hand across the small of her back. How sweet is that, right? Now she is feeling extra girly right now. Look at how big his hand is. Kind of like Charles, but not puffy. Charles' hands are puffy. Charles' hands remind me of the Wiz when the Wicked Witch was trying to get that ring and her hands folded up. That's what Charles' hands reminds me of. Huh? Look at the beautiful print. Isn't that beautiful? Right? That is gorgeous. And it has that split in the front. And you can see at the top, you see how it has that little opening at the top? I do believe that that is the same cut that was used for the gold gown. I really do believe that. I think it's the same cut. So it wears very well on our Duchess. Always looks good on her. Okay. And of course, the embrace. There's Meghan dancing over there on the left. Sorry, I couldn't find more video to share, but I'm going to be up tonight searching and searching for more stuff to share tomorrow. I'll try to post it tonight so we'll have a clean slate tomorrow because there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming out tomorrow. I'm going to be very busy this weekend. I don't know who the kid is. Maybe that's her son. Maybe I don't know. I mean, she looks so young. Maybe he's not old enough to be. I don't know who that is. I didn't see a name for this guy. Um, but anyway, there you go. Everybody wants to take a photo with our Duchess, and of course Harry too, with the Dukes. So, cheers to Francia um, Marquez. I think she has done an amazing job, and I love this photo. How would you describe this photo? How would you describe this photo? What do you think is going on right now? Anybody? I'll give you a minute. How would you describe this photo? This is like one of my favorite for the day. I'm waiting. Tell me what you're thinking. Well, Church Nelly, I wasn't exactly considering. Okay, that's better. Defiant, powerful. Those are good. Miss Z, what could I say? You and me are on the same page. I think she's very proud. I think she's very proud. Yep, I think she's very proud. This was a good day. This is going to be a great visit. And I think she's extremely pleased with the way everything has gone so far. So that's what I'm getting from that image is pride. She's very proud of all of this coming together. But powerful, defiant, all of those are very, very good as well because, as I said, she is a very dynamic lady. Like, take a look here. Presented at the UN, the resolution of the International Day of Afro Descendant Women and Girls, and highlighted that I'm sorry, this is translated, so it's a little weird. And highlighted that population still faces multiple forms of discrimination despite having a crucial role as an agent of social transformation. So, this is um, the vice president putting forth the resolution for International Day of Afro Descendant Women. Like I said, she's a powerhouse. She is a powerhouse. And I do believe that her big mission is to change the way people think of Black girls and women because around the world, there's still so much discrimination. And if you have ever traveled to other countries, especially in Europe, where, to put it mildly, they can be very weird with, I'll just say weird, not to bring the moment down. I'll just say that they can be very weird when it comes to Black women. Like the incident that one of the squaddies had in Turkey, where she found herself in a very uncomfortable situation. Now, those things are very rare, but the thing is, education is needed. They need to see um, a complete image of Black people as a whole and Black women in particular. And I think that the vice president is just the kind of person who has what it takes to educate the world about Black women and girls. So I love this lady. I think she is phenomenal. She is phenomenal. And that is why she was determined to get the Duchess of Sussex to Colombia, because, as in so many instances, Meghan is, I would say, capable of connecting people of various backgrounds. She's very adept at women's empowerment. And for sure, most girls see the Duchess of Sussex and they also see themselves. She is a great example of what's possible and what should be. So, cheers to the First Lady. Did not want to miss that moment. I think she is awesome. So let's give her a hand. And then costume number three, outfit number three. Um, we decided we'd go chocolate. Now, earlier today, I was listening to some of the ladies in spaces, and actually not too long ago. And what was the conversation about when I left? This. It seems as though Megan is wearing the same top with different pants, right? Same top, different trousers. Uh, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she enjoys wearing brown, and I do not think those outfits are identical at all. But wow, she looks good. Wow, she looks good. So I don't know if you've noticed, but check it out. She has her hair in a ponytail. And earlier, how did we start off today? We had our, oh, sorry. Yeah, we had our hair slicked back in a bun. And then, of course, at some point, am I getting ahead of myself? Let's try this one. Yeah, and at some point, she was wearing her hair down. And so now it is all about business. So she decided to go with a ponytail. Yeah, she decided to go with the ponytail. Très chic, very elegant. And I don't know the name of the top or the earrings. I have the photos, but I don't have the names. So if you want to throw it in the chat, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. Uh-huh. So it looks like Megan is also listening to someone doing some translations in her ear. So not only was Harry wearing one of those, but so was Megan. Don't know if she really needed it, but okay. And of course, I love this moment. The vice president was like, we're doing outfit changes, huh? I'll see you later. What I love about her is that she embraces her Afrocentric roots with her Afrocentric clothing. And in this case, I think what she's wearing is mud cloth. Maybe, maybe not, but it does have a certain tribal flavor to it. And I am here for it. I tell you, I am here for it. Um, Photo Futuro digital response. Okay, don't know. I don't know what that is. Is that like a photo service? Anyway, there are the Sussexes observing and listening very attentively. You can see Harry has one of those earpieces in his left ear. And this is the setting right here. Foro Futuro Digital Responsible. So it's about responsible use in the digital world, et cetera, et cetera. Or in other words, what I mentioned earlier. So there you go. This is the forum that they had. So they had a much smaller group earlier in the day, which featured the students. And here is a more formal setting. And don't forget, this is kind of setting things up for that. Got it? Got it. Uh huh. And what a sweet, sweet photo. These girls are never going to forget today. I promise you, they will never forget today. So I don't have any video from this. Things were only just starting to come out before I came on. So I'm going to grab what I can. And if I don't share it here, I'll share it in the shorts. It was an honor to participate in the Furo Futuro Digital Responsible in Bogota alongside Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the Vice President of Colombia, and uh, Marissa. Is that Maria Ressa? Maria. Okay. As we discuss with youth voices leading the way, we can build a better internet. Here, here. I was just going to say that. Took the words right out of my mouth. Lex says Meghan didn't want Harry to be the only person speaking English. Great observation. Thank you so much for that, Lex. That makes a lot of sense. Don't want Harry to be left out or feeling uncomfortable. So that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for that. And okay, shall I give you tomorrow's headlines today? Meghan um, gives Harry a sharp stare. How did they say that? She cut her eyes at him, or she threw him a look because he cut her off. Right now, if if people are right, when I say people, I can't remember who said it, but they said that whole thing about Meghan giving Harry the dirty look on CBS. They said that came from Angela Latrine. I don't know. I have not seen Angela Levin in a very long time. It's very difficult for me to look at her, not because of the kooky, crazy stuff that she says, but um, she has that weird old lady mouth, and it scares me. It really scares me. Um, I don't know. I guess when I was a kid, I must have been traumatized by some old person in the community. And maybe it was an aunt, maybe it was someone at church, but I have this phobia of old lady mouth with too much lipstick. Come here, baby. Get auntie a kiss. So, yes, I'm so afraid of old lady mouth that I can't look at her. So I haven't seen her in quite a while because I'm I'm terrified. It just seems like she's gonna just, press those soup coolers up against my face or my cheeks or something like that. So yeah, she's at that age where her lips roll in and out like the tide. And it scares me. So that's why I haven't seen her for a while. So I don't know what she's been talking about. Anyway, um, but yeah, so Harry was on a roll, and I love that. Nothing excites me like seeing Harry get very passionate about a subject. He is very, very smart. And so here's a few more images from the meeting that they had. I mean, look at him. He's really enjoying this trip, and I'm so glad for that. I think he needed this. I really do. Um, I think the first royal tour abroad to Nigeria was a little nerve wracking for him because it was the great unknown. Because at that point, the royal rota and everything, you just don't know what's going to happen, right? But since they got past that and everything was a win win, I think for now on, Harry's going to be more relaxed when they do these tours like this. I hope so. I hope everything goes extremely well, and I hope he can relax and enjoy himself more. He seemed to come around eventually in Nigeria, and that was a good thing. But here, right out the gate, he's there already. But yeah, so anyway, I'm glad. I'm glad to see him like this. Yeah, yeah, and I think it wasn't Nigeria. It was the backlash from home, I think was the problem. It wasn't Nigeria, but you know, I think Harry, um, it's going to take a long time for him to unload all of that brainwashing, if you will, from the royal family, because he's always waiting to see what's going to happen. What they're going to say, but maybe you know what? Maybe the difference now is the fact that there is no imminent trip to the UK. You know what I mean? He's not going over there anytime soon. And but yeah, I think it had a lot to do with the idea that they were gonna, quasi royal tour. How will it be perceived? What are the tabloids gonna spin? And it went okay. As a matter of fact, it was perfect in every way. So I think having gotten that behind them, they can do these things more often. As a matter of fact, where did I read that they were saying that very same thing, that they can do more of these tours? I think the hard part was getting past the first one. And now that we got a system, it's going to work out. That's what I think. Absolutely. Yes, they have moved on. They have moved on. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, he out the gate. He doesn't seem as tense. And maybe the fact that, if it is true that he's not speaking to his father, what if that's what the difference is? What if before they were putting some kind of pressure on him back in the UK about that trip to Nigeria, right? And whatever it is, maybe they worked out something, right? I mean, you never know. They won't say publicly. Maybe it's because he's not talking to his father. Maybe that's helping. So I don't know. I don't know. It feels different for him. It feels different. Yes, we have to keep them in our prayers. Thank you for that reminder, Paula Little. We have to keep them in our prayers. No matter what, we got to keep praying for them because what they're there and they got some days to go, and what I also I'm glad that things are at a much big easier pace this trip. Last time I felt like they were cramming so much into those 3 days, and I couldn't figure out how they were finding time to rest. Meghan looked rested, but Harry didn't look very rested on the last trip. This time he seems very energetic and rested. So, um, but we'll see. You know what? This is day one. Let's see how the rest of the trip goes. Isn't that the way it is all over the world? Isn't that the way it is all over the world? But like I said, things are changing. And that is why I'm putting a lot of faith in the vice president because there is a movement in a lot of these Latin American countries where people are embracing their African blood. There was a time when a lot of people would pretend otherwise, but nowadays, you know, especially when it comes to Black women, I've been looking at a lot of these reports and documentaries where they show Black women are embracing their hair instead of fighting against it and putting all the chemicals and stuff. It's like, you know what? Let me get some cornrows. Let me, wear a little afro or whatever. That is very freeing. That is very, very freeing. No shade to anybody who wants to wear their hair, you know, straightened or whatever, fine. But it's a refreshing amount of people that are embracing their African side, and that's a good thing. And I believe if people feel better about themselves, people will feel better about you, right? So you got to feel better about yourself first, wherever you are as a Black person, you got to feel better about yourself. Okay, I think we have, yeah, this is the last slide, you guys. You can always tell who is the strong, I'm sorry, you can always tell who the strong women are. They're the ones building each other up instead of tearing each other down. Okay? And with that, you all, thank you so much. I got work to do tonight. And I have some stuff I need to get ready for tomorrow, and then I got to get some rest, and yeah, and be ready for day two. Oh, thank you, Ms. Z. Oh yeah, and one of the squaddies posted that on the Twitter today, and I thought it was a beautiful thing, so I'm sharing it with you all. But what a great day, and God bless the Vice President of Colombia. I think she is brilliant, and I think that she and Meghan will make a great team in the future as they help to empower women. Okay. All right. Thank you. I will see you all tomorrow. Love you. And I will play us out with Madam Duchess. We'll go Madam Duchess, I think.
My wife.
My wife.
My wife and I.
My wife and I. My wife and I. My wife and I.
For me and my wife.
Me and my wife. I'm so proud of my wife.
My incredible wife.
An amazing wife.
The soulmate in my wife.
Thank you, my love. The mother to my children. The love of my life. My wife.
My wife.
My wife.
My wife and I.
My wife and I. My wife and I. My wife and I.
For me and my wife.
Me and my wife. I'm so proud of my wife.
My incredible wife.
An amazing wife.
The soulmate in my wife.
Thank you, my love. The mother to my children. The love of my life.
Community Awards then. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Okay, so the first award is to Alexa Fullerton.
means to all of us. Music brings us together, all of us. Don't ever forget that, please.
Hello everyone. Hello, hello. Hello. Hi, I'm the CEO of 1805. Welcome. Thank you everybody for coming early on a Friday night. Thank you to our donors, our 180 volunteers tonight.
You're not supposed to do that.
$5,000 from the Gene Perkins Foundation. And this is going to be used to provide much needed open water and backcountry rescue support countywide using high-tech advanced drones. So the money that 1805 raises goes straight to our community and straight to our first responders. And so we thank you all for that. Just in case you don't have enough fun tonight, we do have our next event to announce. And so on December 20th at the Libero Theater, we're going to put on a little party as a tribute to one of our board members, and that is Alan Parsons.
Okay, good night for real. I'm just on such a high. I didn't want it to end, but we do have to say goodnight. So, good night.